And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward us to where we ended off last time. We'll stop right here for a moment. Now, let's quickly recap what we talked about last time. Everything that you do on a device that is digital, whether it's a phone, a computer, anything, is recorded, you're tracked, everything is saved by all the companies that you use. AT&T, Verizon, Facebook, Google, Apple, everything. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you for a fact this is true. And last period is pretty shocking. I mean, pretty much all the kids' jaws dropped because they thought I was all talk, and I showed them exactly what Google collects, and they had no idea. So I'm going to show you how to take a look at what Google has collected on you when we're done today. But your digital footprint is very important. Most people now meet each other first digitally. They meet each other by looking up their profile. They meet each other by looking up who they are on the internet. And so when you meet somebody, it's not really for the first time anymore. They already have an idea of who you are as a person based on what you've left behind on the internet. And that's what we call convey. What does your digital footprint convey? Does it make you look good? Does it make you look bad? Does it make you look conceited? Does it make you look like a liar? What is your digital footprint telling other people before they have met you? And then also remember that anything that you do online can be searched, just like the lighthouse that we looked at. Anything that you put online can be copied by anybody, whether it's a text message, a text picture, a Snapchat image. Any image that you put online can be copied by anybody, and then they can share it with whoever they want. So if you think you have a friend that won't share the image, they're going to share it with somebody else. And then they're going to share it with somebody else. And pretty soon, that whispering means that's what other people know of you without you knowing what they know. There's people on this campus that probably have never met you face to face. They've maybe seen you walk across campus, but they've looked you up online and they think that's who you are. Who is that person that they think you are? Right? Who is that person? That's that copying and whispering. And when it's out there, it's out there. Anybody can view it. Just like when a picture is put on the Jumbotron, right? You send it there. Oh, I wish my face gets on that Jumbotron. You send them a little tweet and it finally does get on there. Now everybody in that stadium sees it. You don't get to choose who gets to see it. Everybody gets to see it. It becomes permanent. It's a permanent fixture online. Do you want it to be permanent? If you don't post it online, because it can be a persistent, it can be something that'll follow you forever and ever, good or bad. Good stuff is good to follow you. Bad stuff is not. You only have the choice of which one you want to put out there. You don't have the choice whether it follows you or not, because it will. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at two people's profiles. We're going to look at them, and you are going to pretend that you are a producer of a brand new reality TV show. And you are looking for your new host. You've looked through thousands of applications and you've narrowed it down to these two people. But before you hire one of them, you want to see who they are on their digital footprint profiles. You want to see who they are on their Facebook. You want to see who they are on their Instagram. You want to look at that first, because if your TV show is a hit, the face of your TV show is your host. And if people can find bad things about them, they're going to write bad things about your host, and that's going to make your show look bad. So you want to pick somebody who doesn't have any skeletons in the closet, who doesn't have anything that can create a scandal after the fact. So your job, when I show you these two people, I want you to read their initial application, and then you're going to start creeping on their Facebook and their Instagram, and you're going to look for things that could possibly cause a scandal for your show. No matter how minute, start thinking about what they could say or how they could spin it, and in your mind, capture that as that's something we have to look at. You're going to be looking at it for two people. So you're going to get 4 minutes to look at these profiles on your own, then 4 minutes to talk about them in your group, and then 4 minutes to write some of them down. So that's what we're going to do, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and 4 minutes. So here you go. Here are your two people for your show, Linda and Jason. Go ahead and look at them. Get about 2 minutes left. All right, so now we're going to leave the screen up for you so that you can still look, but you're going to talk in your table groups. So, did the beep scare you? Yeah. Talk in your table groups and say what you found out about Linda, what you liked about her, what you didn't like about her. Say what you found out about Jason, what you liked, what you didn't like. So talk to each other. You have 4 minutes. All right, so now that you've looked at it on your own and you've had a chance to talk about it with your neighbors, we're going to go ahead and take some of the things that we found and we're going to write them down. So on your screen, you see little columns and areas you can type. In the bottom left corner, there is a typing tool that you can press, and you can create little text boxes. So we're going to give you a little bit more time on this one so that you can get used to writing with the tools. So you're going to get 6 minutes, but this is what you're going to do. You have Linda in the left column and Jason in the right. If you think Linda is a good choice, write down the reasons why she's a good choice. Okay, and the thing, yes, she's a good person, and yes, she's trustworthy. Why? And then in the other column, Jason, write down the reasons why he's trustworthy if you think he's him. But then also put down some things of, if you say not trustworthy, a couple things of why they're not trustworthy. Okay, so about 6 minutes so you get used to the tool and so you can have enough time to put your information down. But when you're done, in the bottom right corner, there is a blue send button. You're going to go ahead and hit send when you're done typing. Okay, so 6 minutes to write down your information.
See in the bottom left, click on that, and make it the size you want it, put it in the space you want it. Oh yeah, you have the back of your back. Yes. Yes. No, because. He's gonna be looking at. Whatever you put on there, they're not 50.
Whatever you have, please hit submit, even if you're not done, so that you get credit for turning this answer in. Wait a few more minutes. We still have Ashley and Isaac and Carlos and Christian still waiting for you to turn in your responses. All right, so we are going to be looking at some of your responses. So for this one, I'm going to randomly select somebody. But afterwards, if you'd like me to read yours, just raise your hand, and we'll see if we can find it. So, Mia, are you in this class or Sandoval's class? Looks like Sandoval's class, so we'll share it. So everybody should have Mia's answers on their screens now. And Mia says that Linda is very conceited and thinks that she's the best all the time and that she's the prettiest and cutest, even though she lied about her appearance because her appearance with the job had a picture that was much different from her Instagram, right? And that's true. Whenever you want to go for a job, you want to give the best picture that makes you look professional. But when you're on your own personal stuff, maybe you went to like a costume party or a concert and you dressed up a different way, right? People are going to say, which one is you? Who are you? Are you the professional one or are you the party one? Who are you? And then Jason, when he did something wrong that got him suspended from wrestling, he wrote a letter of an apology and stated that he did wrong, according to the principal there. So I don't know. I don't know if she's stating that's why he works well with others, but at least she said that he admitted to doing something wrong. Maybe that's a positive thing. All right. So someone from Beecham's class, right there. What's your name?
Jack Delaney.
Jack. Is that what you have your name in here as? Jack?
Jack Ryan Delaney.
Right here.
Mine's not very big.
Okay, so here's Jack. So Jason works well with others because he doesn't lie. So yeah. Wow, you talk like you talk. Linda does not work well with others because she doesn't tell the truth and she lies so badly. Now that's good. But why did she lie so bad? What did she lie about? That's the big thing that we need in answers like this. Did you get to finish? Okay. Jason's honest because he doesn't ever lie. Well, I think I saw some things in there that could be a little bit opposite of that. And then Linda lies all the time. Yeah, about what though? Right? About what? Okay. Let's see. Mr. Sandoval, is there anybody in your class that would like to show theirs? No?
Oh yeah, picture.
Well, let me try this one while we have a.
That's just fun.
There you go. We'll do this one while we have a spy run over to Sandoval's class to make sure everything sounds good.
I can do it.
Whoever can go. Well, whoever Mr. Beecham picks can go. All right, so
Anything?
Oh, man.
oh, it's muddled. Okay. All right, that's probably just my speakers then. All right, so Carlos, are you in here, Carlos? Carlos. Linda works well with others because she cooks maybe with other cooks. Maybe. Jason, not really because he quit his band. Okay, you quit, you leave your friends and leave them hanging. Does not work well with others because he left his band. Is honest, no, because she lied about cooking food. Is dishonest because she lied about cooking food. Is honest because he said he was doing steroids, so he confessed. Okay, those are very good answers. Notice he says yes or no and why. Very good, Carlos. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do Jaden. Is Jaden's in, Mr.
No,
She's in here? Jaden Jaquez? Okay, so Jaden says that Jason got kicked off the wrestling team, so he doesn't probably work well with others. And then Linda's honest because she said she can cook when she took a picture, and that doesn't make an so not honest then. You meant to put it not honest. Okay, good. Man, we really hate people who lie about food, don't we? Bradley, are you in this class? Okay, good. So here, Bradley from Sandoval's class. Linda. Oh, wait. Linda, because it looks like she lied about making dinner. Jason, yes. The only thing he did wrong is take steroids, and that won't matter. Well, tell his heart that when it explodes when he gets older. Does Linda work well with others? No, because she does everything on her own. And then Jason, I don't know because wrestling is a one-person sport. No, it's not. One person cannot win a team match. So Bradley probably doesn't wrestle. All right. So now, what I want you to understand from this is that a lot of you have different impressions of these people. And yep. No, I can kind of hear you. Yeah, I heard laugh at Bradley and stuff. So there you go again. So a lot of you have different impressions of these people, and you read the same stuff. And that's what happens to you when people read your profiles based upon what people leave and the comments they leave and who you allow to leave comments and post with you. People can have different impressions of you. You may be posting things about yourself because you're proud of your accomplishments. And some people may be like, wow, she's great at stuff. And other people may be like, all she does is talk about herself, right? It's all depending on the people reading it. So this is what you need to do next. On the next one, tell me whether you think Linda or Jason should be the one that you hired. And you need to tell me the 3 main reasons why you chose that person. Okay. Now, one of the reasons could be because the other person is so bad, but you have to say why the other person is so bad. But that's only one of the reasons. Okay. So we're going to give you on this one 4 minutes. No, 4 is a good number.
Like a bad rapper. Beatbox. He's talking about beatboxing. Oh, beatboxing. Yeah, so there's a mixture of what? Sounds. They put it in front of this. What? It's in a screen. I don't know what. Oh, beatbox. That rapper for that. Yes. 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 I can hear you better. Maybe. Oh. Is it? Go real top. Open top. You guys have it.
I was over in Sandoval's class and Deidre really wanted us to read hers. So make sure, same thing on this one, even if you're not done, please hit send. Because as soon as I start showing examples, sometimes your copy goes away and you have to retype it. And we don't want you to have to do that. So just so you get credit for turning something in, make sure you type it in or hit send. So we're looking for Deidre. She was super excited that we were going to share hers. Right here. There she is. All right, so Deidre says that neither, because Jason lied about being married and where he was born. Did anybody catch that?
No.
Right? Yeah, he said that he was single in one and married in another. And he said he was born in Boston, but he was born in Malibu. And we'll get to that. We'll get to your but what ifs. Yeah, absolutely. Linda is overconfident and lied about food. Everybody hates that lying about food. And Linda lied about her appearance. And in the end, I don't think either of them are trustworthy. Very good. Now, I like that she gave her opinion and backed it up with her thoughts. That's what's supposed to happen. You can't just say yes or no, right? You always need to back up with your thoughts so that the people listening be like, now I understand where they're coming from. They may not agree with you. Some of you may not agree with some of these things, but at least you know where she's coming from. And that alleviates a lot of confusion when it comes to your opinions. Okay, good. Now let's try one from Beecham's class. We already did one of yours. What's your name? Paige. Paige. Right, Paige L? All right, Paige. She chose Linda because Jason lied about being on steroids, and that's not something you want on a TV show. And Linda only lied about a picture saying she can cook but doesn't do drugs. That's good. My last reason that Linda says she's a nice person, even though she talks a lot about herself, that means she's confident in herself, which is a good trait for a TV host because they have to talk in front of a live crowd, and it'll be help to feel good about yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Confidence is what you need to be in that professional business, right? You don't want to have like this aura of, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, absolutely. You probably want somebody to be overconfident when it comes to being on television, right? So as the producers, as the ones choosing for the job, maybe that's something we're looking for. So that's good. But then if you're just trying to be her friend, you're like, man, all she talks about is herself. So it all depends on who's looking for what. Very good job. Let's see. Is there another one from Beecham's class? Right there in the orange. Dylan. Dylan S. So Jason, because he confessed to taking steroids, so that can't be a scandal because he admitted to it. He went ahead and wrote a letter saying he was sorry to his team, so he accepted his mistakes. He didn't have a party-type picture on his Instapic, okay? And Linda shouldn't because she lied, and it seems like all she cares about is herself. Good. And once again, you think she cares about all herself, and then you think she's overconfident. I mean, she's really confident. Same exact information, two different takes on it. There's nothing wrong with two different takes on it, but that's the way the world works. Somebody may see this, and somebody may see that, even though it's the same thing they're looking at. And we're going to try one more from Sandoval's class. And we are going to do Reagan. Reagan from Sandoval's class. So here we go. Reagan, Linda should be hired because she's kind and funny. I didn't read most of her stuff. Did she tell jokes?
No.
Oh, maybe funny looking. Maybe that's what they said. Although she lied about her cooking, it doesn't matter unless the reality show is a cooking show. Then that really matters. But we don't know what kind of reality show. Right? It can be a Swivy, Kadama, pizza eating show. We have no idea. But it doesn't matter. Jason was taking steroids, which might affect the show in a bad way. And Linda was not rude when saying they should pick her. Jason said, pick me. I'm the obvious choice. In conclusion, Linda should be chosen. Very good. Very good. So, as we see, right, your opinions matter, but opinions differ based on the same information. That's what the word convey is talking about, right? What are you conveying with your digital footprint? And even if you try and convey something good, somebody can take it in a different way. So you have to be very careful. Now, this is where we get the chance to talk a little bit about some of the things we picked. So a lot of you said Linda, the bad thing about Linda was she lied about cooking. So I'm asking you, was the picture and the comment of her not cooking the food that she said she cooked, was that a deal breaker for you? Did that change your mind at all? Did you think she was a good choice until that point? Was that the point that made you change your mind on her? That's what we're looking at right here. Did you change your opinion, yes or no, and explain why? It says 3 to 5 sentences, just enough words to get your point across. Just enough words to get your point across. So for this one, we'll do 3 minutes.
They have where's the underhand? Blue, green. Like a stylus pen in this thing. And I hover it over it, it recognizes it, it starts to. My stylus just. In. The right way on your screen, on my screen. It recognizes it when it's coming to it. I don't know if it will now because he's in there. Oh, see how it came up? Should have. See how my cursor is now the M instead? And I'm just hovering over it. If I was still in math, I'd be using that a lot more. And math teachers use it, don't they? The stylus pen, the right.
No.
About how to do something.
All right, so we are actually gonna, so same thing as always. If you have not yet, please hit send so you get credit for answering. We're gonna start here in Beecham's class. So right there, what's your name? Emily. Emily, right here. Here. Oh, here. There we go. All right, Emily. So the comment on Linda's picture did change your opinion. Good. Okay. Well, not good, but I'm glad you have an opinion. And I admit that was a deal breaker for me. However, it did make me think, what if that person was just mistaken? You nailed it on the head, because we're going to get to that. Very good. What if she was inspired by the meal? She wanted to make it herself. Though the information was given, we don't have a definite answer. That's probably the greatest answer I've ever received on this one. That's a very good job. If I had a gold star, I'd give it to you. Okay. Let me choose one from Sandoval's real quick. Is Mia in Sandoval? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here's Mia. Okay, on the page before, she said how she cooked it and what she used and how to do it first. So I was impressed, and then saw the comment. Totally changed what I thought about her. Before I saw that comment, that was one of the few positive things. So it changed her mind. So she was impressed and then was like kind of deflated. Like, oh, I thought she really did that. She's a liar. Okay, good. Now, right there, what's your name? Logan. So we're going to look at Logan's. Logan. Logan, right here. So Logan said, yeah, she looked good on her application, but her profile picture and her lying about cooking, her suck up attitude made her seem fake and not trustworthy, so I picked Jason. Okay, and we'll do one more, but we're gonna do it from Sandoval's class. We have another one. Don't worry, we'll get to all y'all. All y'all. Daniel, is Daniel in here?
Yep.
Okay.
Or no, he's in their phone.
All right, Daniel, right here. All right, Daniel. Daniel says that it didn't change his opinion, even though she lied. Everybody lies, okay? But at least it wasn't a huge lie. Yeah, just food. Like she's a millionaire or anything. And how do we not know that Vinny or whoever wrote the comment was lying because she could have had some that Linda didn't want? Hey, Daniel, that's great because we're going to talk about that as well. That's a very good answer. Okay, very good. So let's talk about that for a second. And it's not a big surprise anymore because we had Daniel and we had Emily nail it right on the head. Right? You guys took 5 minutes to get to know Linda. You got to know who she was, what she did, what she kind of stood for, what kind of person she was. And then the moment somebody left a comment that was bad about her, your idea changed. The majority of you did. But as Daniel brought up and as Emily brought up, we don't know the whole facts about that person. We don't even know the person's real name. The name was like Vanilla Bean 123 or something. We have no idea who this person is. So understand what Emily and Daniel was saying. They're saying that you're taking somebody else's random anonymous comment, you're taking that more as real than the person you got to meet a little bit through their digital footprint. Somebody's random, maybe untrue comment made you change your mind about what kind of person Linda was. And if nobody was there to help you understand that, if Emily wasn't here to tell you why that could be wrong, or Daniel wasn't here why that could be wrong, then if you met Linda, instead of saying, hi, nice to meet you, you may shake her hand, but in your mind, you're thinking, what a liar. And you don't know if that's true or not, right? That person, how do you know if that person's not her best friend? And her best friend's like, Linda, I admire how well you cook. You cook so great. So as a joke between us, as a little inside joke, every time you post something, I'm just going to say, oh, you bought that at a restaurant. It'll be a joke between us. And she's like, okay. Well, when that joke, that's an inside joke, starts going outside, it starts becoming a lie that we can't understand, right? Or what about if that person was maybe Linda's best friend all the way through cooking school, and then Linda at the end of the year won the ultimate cooking championship, and that person lost, and they ended up being enemies. And Linda didn't take her off her friend list, and every time that she posts something, because she's still spiteful, says, you didn't make that, you didn't make that. We don't know. Or what about if it's just some random person that's weird and just always types on everybody's, you didn't make that. That's all they type, you didn't make that. So what you need to understand is, do you see how your mind changed based on somebody else adding to her footprint? You guys decided not to give her a job because of what somebody else did on her profile, not what they did. That is why it's extremely important that you lock down your profiles tightly. Now, let me give you this example, and you're going to laugh at this example, but it's absolutely true. Let's say that you're walking through a store like Target, and you're walking up and down the aisles, and somebody stops you and goes, hey, you and I are wearing the same shoes. And you look down, you're like, yeah, we are. Here's the key to my house. Well, that's weird, right? You would never do that. You would never give a random stranger, because they have a similar like to you, a key to your house. That's absolutely absurd. But every single one of you, somebody goes, hey, you like Minecraft, I like Minecraft, let's be friends. Sure, friend, accept it. That's giving them a key to your house. That's giving them a key to your profile. No matter how locked down you have that profile, they have now been let in. And they can leave the door open and let all of their friends in now. All of their friends can now see your stuff. All of their friends now can steal your stuff and repost your stuff and leave comments on your stuff. Because you let a random stranger in because you clicked like, you have now started to degrade your digital footprint. You see, there's a problem going on with students your age. The problem is you have a game called I have more friends than you. I have more likes than you. You have to stop that. That's not what your digital footprint is about. It's not a bragging thing. I urge you, so that nothing like what happened to Linda, because I guarantee you, the majority of the world is not like Emily. They won't think through that. They will instantly come up with the thought like a lot of you did. The majority of the world is not like Daniel, who thinks through it and thinks, well, maybe possibly that person is not telling the truth. Most people see that comment and think the person the comment was about is a liar. You have to go through your accounts and purge. That means go in and look at your friends, and if you don't know who they are, or you've never actually met them, or you wouldn't let them in your house, you have to remove them. You have to. Because you are letting people, strangers, in because you think they have similar likes that you do. And there's a lot of stuff happening because students your age are too trusting. and too willing to select yes to anybody. A lot of students go on vacation during the summer and post, yay, 12 more days in Hawaii. Well, now the people that aren't really your friends are seeing that. And they're like, well, 12 more days to go into their house and steal something. A lot of you are like, yep, just going to get in line for Star Wars. See you in 2 hours. I'll tell you about it. I know what their car is because they posted a picture of their car last week. I know exactly where they are because it says on the thing where they're located. I have 2 hours to get in their car and take whatever I want. You have to stop posting things like that. And you have to stop letting people in you don't trust know these things. It's not good. Even like my wife, she won't post any pictures of our vacations until we're back home. She won't post anything until we're back home because she doesn't want anybody to have the opportunity. There's a lot of break-ins and a lot of things happening because you're too trusting of the people following you. Purge, purge, purge. It's not a game. It will change your life. It'll help you in the long run if you don't just click accept. When you click accept, that person better have done something big to be able to earn your trust and respect for you to select add friend. When you select add friend, that is an honor for somebody, not an expectation. Ask yourself, did they earn me selecting add as a friend or not? If not, remove them. Remove them, remove them, remove them. It's not a game. That's what this weekend should be about. It's your purge weekend, not that movie Purge. That's not the weekend you should have. The removing of friends weekend. Uh-oh. Now, last one, Jason. What about Jason? Right? Jason lied about singing in a band. Jason lied about his relationship. In one, he said he was married. And the other, he said he was single. And what about where he was born? He said he was born in one place, and then he said he was born in another. Why would somebody lie about where they were born? They don't have control over that. Why even lie about something as little as that? What kind of person would do that? What about Jason? Okay, same thing, 3 minutes. And hopefully a lot of you put on your thinking caps. Can't believe I said that. Think through some of these things. Give somebody the benefit of the doubt, like Daniel did, like Emily did. Give somebody the benefit of the doubt, unless they're asking for money. Say no. Say no to money.
Oh, we cut you off.
Google Cast.
One more minute, and then when the timer goes off, whatever you have, just hit send. We're just about done. You guys are doing great. And I'm going to send all your responses to Samuel. He can look them over and choose the best one and Do your lollipop. All right, so you have hit send so that we have credit for you answering it. Like I said, once I start sharing, it's going to take control away from you, and I don't know if it gives back your option to send it. So I'm going to choose Autumn. It looks like she has a very big thought. Is Autumn in here? Autumn. Okay. Now, even though Jason lied about the different perspectives of those lies, for example, Jason said he sings in a band, and then he said he didn't. There could have been a problem with his band, and they had to go their own way. Yeah, they could have broken up, and he said he sung one over there, and now he says he doesn't sing. So it doesn't say he never, ever sang in a band. It says he doesn't sing now. So, and then the same thing with the marriage. He could have had a great relationship, and conflict happened, and they went the best way, and they resolved in a divorce, and then he didn't go back and change his status. Yeah, perfect. I mean, you know, until you have a fact about somebody, you can't jump to conclusions, right? So I like how you guys are thinking now instead of just jumping to an initial thought. Most people don't do that in this world. They see something as face value and they come up with an opinion. They don't think about it. Alex is in Sandoval's class. Oh, okay. Then Jeremy. Oh, he's in here too. Kara. Oh, in here too. Oh, I'm too. Okay, here we go. Ethan. Yeah. Ethan. Yes, why would somebody lie about where they were born or their relationship status, but maybe it was embarrassing to be married to that girl, so he didn't want to be in a band, and maybe he wanted to start over, so we're not sure. Maybe he decided to leave his entire life as a married singer and become a non-married single person. Who knows? Midlife or 20s crisis, I don't know. But Kaylin. In here or Sandoval's class? Sandoval's, that's what I thought. So Kaylin. She's so dramatic, Kaylin. His whole life seems to be a lie. This wasn't a comment like Linda's. He had said himself. Exactly. Once again, Linda's was somebody else commenting. He's posting all this stuff himself. He seemed to be lying about his whole life just to be a TV show host. I don't think you can hire somebody that you know is lying and you have no idea which are the lies and which are the truth. Yeah, when you have all these conflicting statements from the person, that starts to send up red flags. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Is there one more person in here from Beecham's class? Right there. Ashton. Oh, no, she's right there. Right here? All right, so I think Jason could be looking out for himself, but at the same time lying to get things or for things. Jason lied about personal things, so we don't really know which is the truth and which one's a lie. They could be a lie, and Jason just doesn't want anybody to know about them. Yeah, so once again, it's all these conflicting things that start sending up red flags for Jason. And we want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but when he's posting these things himself, things start to get crazy. But let's put ourselves, let's do give him a benefit of the doubt, right? So lying about singing in a band. He could have sang in a band at one point and then not. We have to look at the timestamp on there. Is it around the same time or is it a time gap? Okay. Plus, All guys lie about singing in a band. Okay, just know that right now. And like I'll say, I sang in a band once. I'm like, oh, you did? I'm like, yeah, it was a rock band. It was in my living room. It was awesome. Right? I'm not lying. I'm just not telling you the entire truth. Next, his relationship status. Okay. Once again, he could have been married and then got a divorce and then forgot to change his profile settings. Okay. Some of you guys said that very, very strongly. That's awesome. But also things like this happened. Now I'm going to tell you a quick little story. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far right here on this planet, there was a town on the internet called MySpace. Now, this was way back in the ancient times of 2004, when you were like 2 or 3 years old. Now, in this town, people from all over decided to join and set up a home page. And what they did was they would put, it was the very first social media site where you can post pictures and comments and like YouTube videos. All these things started to come into one place. But over time, it started to become overcrowded and just weird looking and just weird people all around. Like, oh, this place is getting crazy. And so you look out your internet window browser and you see across the town, over a hill, shining light on a brand new town being built. And that town is called Facebook. And people all decided to leave the town of MySpace and join Facebook. They didn't pack anything up. They didn't close their doors. They just got up, left, and joined the new town of Facebook. Now, fast forward to today. My town is a ghost town, but nobody closed their profiles down. So if somebody searches my name, they would see me from 2000 and I think 6 is the last time I went on it. I'm completely different. I wasn't a teacher then. I was finishing up my college credentials. I was working at a restaurant and I was single. I am now a teacher. I am working here and I'm married. If somebody compared those two sites, I am a liar. But I'm not a liar. I'm just stupid. And why am I stupid? Because you never leave a profile without shutting it down. If you know you're never going back there, you have to shut it down. You have to end it so you don't get this ambiguous information out there on your digital footprint. And a lot of you are doing the same thing, but with the same accounts. Some of you have a Facebook account, you forget the password and just make another one. It happens all the time. Well, if you have a Facebook account that you're going to keep until you're like 30 and you forget about the one you made when you were 11, people are going to search your name and find both. And they'll be like, wait a minute, how come this 11-year-old is applying for a job here? Well, you're not 11, you're 30, but you forgot to close down your account. You have to go back and close those accounts. You have to close those accounts. Otherwise, you can be told, hey, wait a minute, in one profile you say you're single and the other you say you are married. They're not lying, they're just dumb for not going back and closing it. And the last one, what about where he was born? Why would you do that? Once again, that's a very simple explanation sometimes. Like for me, people have accused me of lying where I was born. They have. Because people ask, hey, where were you born? I say, I was born in Rome. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Then another person asks, hey, where were you born? I was born in New York. Oh, okay. But here it says you were born in Rome. Uh-huh. Well, which one is it? Yes. Because I was born in Rome, New York. A town in New York called Rome. I was born there. It's right next to an Air Force base. My parents were in the Air Force, and that's where we lived until I was 2. I'm not lying. I'm just giving you the town in one answer, and I'm giving you the state in the other. Texas has a town called Paris. And when people ask where you were born, they say, I was born in Paris. But then sometimes they say they were born in Texas. They're not lying, right? They're just not giving the entire information that you're looking for. Once again, ambiguous information can make you look like a liar. You have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're doing stuff on the internet because whoever's looking at it may not give you the benefit of the doubt and ask, well, let's just double check this and see what's going on. Okay? Now, let's reflect because we're done. Your digital footprint is extremely important. Maybe not as important as you think about it right now, but your future self when you're 25 is going to look back and ask, did I really do what I could to cultivate my digital footprint? You've seen that most people in this world meet each other for the first time online through their digital self. And when they meet you face to face, that's the perspective they're going to meet you with. And nothing you can do face to face is going to change their mind, because that's the first impression they get. You have to understand your digital footprint is extremely important, because right now, as I said last time we were in here, you are the most documented humans in the history of the world. When you are 80 years old and you have grandkids, your grandkids will be able to look up your profile and see what you were doing when you were in junior high. They're going to see your pictures and your videos and your posts and your comments. It's going to still be there. It's not washed away. If you want to look up your grandma, you have to go and look the old photo albums, dust off the dust, open it up, have the bats fly out, and the moms be like, ooh, look how old these things are. Your grandkids don't do that. They type in your name and everything about you pops up. You have to understand what you're doing now is going to affect you in the future. Who you are now, what you post, what you repost, what you talk about, all these things are going to come back to you, whether your kids are going to say, who were you back then? Or your grandkids, or your bosses, or the schools that you want to attend. They're going to look at your digital self and they're going to make up their mind who you are. In the past, events faded away, right? Events in people's past faded away because time makes things forgettable. But now everything is documented and nothing is forgotten. A quick story. Sorry, I keep telling quick stories and they end up taking time. Randy Moss, great football player, played for the Vikings, then the Patriots, and the Niners, and now he's retired. Okay, he came from a real small town that was very racist. And he was a great football player, and his school loved him for it. But as soon as he stepped off the field, all he got was tore down because of the color of his skin. Every day, walking down the hall, racial slurs at him, and he couldn't take it anymore. And he and his friend one day said, we can't take this. The administration's not doing anything. Our teachers aren't doing anything. We have to do things for ourselves. And one day, the next person that said something, they beat him up, kicked him, put him in a coma. They took him to the hospital, and they arrested Randy Moss and his best friend. Randy Moss lost his scholarship to Notre Dame, full ride to Notre Dame, the one school he always wanted to go to play football since he was a little kid, lost his scholarship, went to jail for 6 months, and luckily got picked up by another college. Well, he did something else stupid, and the college kicked him out. And once again, as time passed, people forgot, and luckily he got picked up by his ultimate college, Marshall University, and then got drafted by the Vikings and then the Patriots, and the rest is history. The whole reason there was a Randy Moss was because time allowed people to forget about the bloody, unconscious boy sitting on the ground that he kicked in the head repeatedly. Today, there would be no Randy Moss. Today, when that's happening, every single one of the students on campus would have a phone, taking pictures, uploading it to social media, recording videos, posting it on YouTube. That beating would never go away. Every time he'd go up to court, everybody would be playing those videos, showing those, posting them all over Instagram and Facebook, saying, you're going to let this guy go to this college? How dare you? Today, there is no Randy Moss because everybody's so documented. You have to be aware of your digital footprint. You have to be aware of what you're doing and the people you surround yourselves with. Because if you cultivate a good digital footprint, instead of doors closing, they open up. And I'll tell you, like I said, I've been cultivating my footprint since 2006. Somebody said, you have to watch out what you do online because it's being tracked and anybody can view it. And I was like, I don't believe this. But I said, I'm going to do it just in case. And now, because I've taken very good care of my footprint and I put things out about things that I do with you guys in class, about what I'm promoting and what I do in technology and what I do in the school, because I promote things about other people and I'm not only talking about myself, other places are coming and asking me to present at their school. I'm not going and saying I should present. They're coming and asking me. Other schools are asking me to join their school and leave this school. Other places are asking me to come. They're coming to me because of my digital footprint. That's what you want. You want the people to come to you because you are a great person and they can't help but be guided towards you. You don't want somebody to be put off because of something dumb that you're posting. Yes, we live in the United States. Yes, we live in a world that you have freedom of speech. But when it comes to digital technology, you got to think twice about commenting on an argument. You got to think twice about posting your opinion about something. Some things are best said to friends in person and not digitally to put out there for everybody to see. Now I'm going to show you something on the screen, and it's going to be on just mine, so you're not going to be able to see it. That's going to freak you out. But I'm showing it to you so you can prepare yourself and know what's going on in the world. Okay? And we're doing this to show you not to be scared, but to be prepared. Because this is what's happening. And if you're scared, here's the reason why you're scared. Because you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. Let me show you. And I'm going to show you my own personal account. Because I'm happy with it. Because I'm not scared to show people what I research and what videos I watch. I'm not scared because I cultivate a very good footprint. And I'm in the mindset of if you wouldn't do it in front of your parents, you shouldn't do it on the internet. So it's going to scare you, but no, not my desktop. That's not the scary thing. Everything that you've ever searched is saved by Google. Every single thing, every website, every search request, everything you've ever searched since the beginning of you touching a computer is now locked to your name. Everything. Everything you have ever said to your phone calls, your Siri searches, your Google searches is recorded. And if you don't believe me, I was hungry. And I got tired of going to Arsenio's. I was hungry. Or simple things as asking how to spell a word. Everything you've ever asked Siri is recorded. Everything you've ever said to Google is recorded. Every phone call you've ever made is recorded. And I'm saying this so that you can understand you are the most tracked and documented humans in the history of the world. Every phone you have ever owned is listed under devices. Every phone I've ever owned, when he turned it on, when it got connected, is listed here. Now this one's going to freak you out. Every single place on earth you've ever been is recorded and documented. Every single place you've ever been is recorded and documented.
This should be illegal.
Now, some of you are like, well, I don't talk to my phone. I don't do a lot of searching online. Okay, fine. But have you ever visited YouTube? Because every single YouTube video you have ever watched is listed here. Yes, I watched the Ninja Turtles 2 trailer the other day. Okay, now, for me, I'm fine with it. Because I do a lot of research on it, a lot of tutorials on technology. I'm fine with it. What are you watching? What are you watching? Not only watching, but what are you searching? Because every YouTube search is right here as well.
Can't you clear it?
No. You can clear it off your device, but you can't clear it from Google's history at their main places. It's attached to you forever. And some of you might be saying, well, is this illegal? They can't do this. Yes, because when you have a phone, when you sign into the phone, there's a 90-page document it asks you to read. And most of you click accept and next without reading it. It says all that in there. Same thing with Facebook. When you sign up for an account, a 90-page instructional thing saying everything they're going to do. And instead of reading it, you click accept and you click next. These companies have the right to do all of this because you've given it to them. Once again, we're saying this to you so you understand what the world is like, not the way the world you thought it was. But if you cultivate a good footprint, none of this matters. If you cultivate a good footprint, if you search things that are only searchable, that are acceptable, and things you would show your parents, and you're not doing anything sneaky, you shouldn't be scared about this. But if you're doing things inappropriately because you think you're by yourself and nobody will find out, you are greatly mistaken. Absolutely mistaken. It's going to come back to bite you in the butt. So we're going to end it here. And I'm going to take some questions from Beecham's class. And then I'm going to run over to Sandoval's class to finish up. So Beecham's class, say goodbye to Sandoval's class. Sandoval's class, say goodbye. All right. Okay. We'll see you in a minute. Let me.
Sweat.